So Dad's going to put channel 108. It's not a channel you need to watch, not a channel you need to see. It's the channels you watch, not channels I see. You're not here to impress, only here to express. Tuesday, the 17th of July 2023, soon Christmas 2025, soon Easter 2030. They're pushing the Great Reset out, but we can stop this. Not the Pleiadians, not the Galactic Federation, not the Q-tards, and certainly not President Bush, and certainly not President Putin. But anyway, I want to talk about we wish our life away, don't we? We've been trained since we were kids to wish our life away. I remember I was at school, right? I was at school, when I was at junior school, and infant school as well, and nursery school even. As soon as I started going to school, the very first day I went to school, I fucking hated it, man. I really hated it with a vengeance. From day one to the very last day. And when, of course, when I left school, I thought, yeah, I'm at school now, yeah, free now, yeah. And then it was a fucking work schedule, same old bollocks, if not worse. And they said your school days are the best days you've had. They are, actually, even though they're fucking bollocks. The 12 years of government indoctrination, you know, and brainwashing you to think, living on a schedule, living on a time schedule, calendar, clock. You turn up at a certain day, a certain time, leave at a certain time, and you're watching the clock all the time. I was taught to watch the clock from a very early age. I'll be there looking at the clock, saying it's counting down to 3:30 to its home time, you know, or counting down till break time, and counting down to dinner time, counting down to the afternoon break, counting down to the weekend. It was all about counting down, wishing your fucking life, counting down to the school holidays, you know. The Easter holiday, oh, I tell you, at school, you had more time off than you do when you're at work. 2 weeks off at Christmas, 2 weeks off at Easter, 2 weeks off at the Oldham Wakes. They don't do that anymore, where I come from. Oldham Wakes used to have. And then 6 weeks off for the long summer holiday. That was just 12 weeks off. Plus, you had a week off for every half term, so that wasn't it. So it's like 15 weeks. It's 15 weeks off a year. Still, it's like just over 3 months, almost just over a quarter of a year off. But it's also counted down. Of course, then you go to the work. You have less time off per year. You spend more hours in the day at work. You're counting down. From the moment you walk in, you're looking at the clock. You're counting down to the time to go home. You're counting down for the weekend. You're counting down to your next holiday. You're counting down to wherever. And the worst one is, right, the worst countdown is counting down to retirement. Counting down to retirement. When I'm 67 or 68, because it's going up all the time, it used to be 65 for men. Oh yeah, that big riot in France, didn't they? They say it was about this retirement age being increased from 62 to 64. And that's what sparked off them riots a few months ago, wasn't it? A couple of months back. Before the immigrants, all those black immigrants kicked off. I'm not going to digress on that one. But yeah, fucking hell. Counting down to it. It's the 40-40-40 scam, isn't it? You taught, 40-40-40 scam. You taught that you work 40 hours a week, 40 years of your life, and then when you retire, you're expected to work on 40% of the income that you were struggling to survive off in the first place. 40-40-40 scam. Getting a job just over broke, you know. And this is the way it is at school, state school. They just want us to be a cog in the machine to fit in with it. All, order followers. Follow a timetable, follow a schedule, turn up on time, do what the boss tells us to do before you go home. And if you don't do what the boss tells you to do, if you don't hit the required target in the office, please. But anyway, we spend our time counting it down, don't we? Counting down, not living in the present. And before we know it, we're fucking 57 years old. Like me, I'm 57 years old. Where's it gone? Where's it fucking gone, man? And then the other one is the blame game, isn't it? Blaming everybody for our circumstances. Flip it round now. We blame the government, we blame our school teachers, we blame our parents, we blame our boss, we blame everything on our circumstances. When at the end of the day, ultimately, we've got ourselves to blame, because we've got so much potential within us. We've got so much potential within us, but we waste it. We waste it away because let's blame the school system. Let's blame the realm that we're brought up in. Yeah, let's blame that for why we didn't reach our full potential. But we can reach our full potential. We should actually, ultimately, we should blame ourselves for where we are now. Ultimately, and then once we blame ourselves for where we are now, then we can reach our full potential. And then we can outwit and outlive, outsource, and the government, and all them lot, you know.